Hi everybody, this is our second video that we're going to be doing about our trip to Korea. And I'm going to do a little bit of an interview today because I want to see some of the answers to the questions that Lori is going to be answering. So I have a question for you, Lori. Why do you want to go to Korea?
Well, first off, annyeonghaseyo. It's a greeting in Korean. I want to say hello to everyone who took the time out to watch the video. So, when I was on medical leave for a shoulder injury, I started watching Korean dramas, and I was really seeing about how Koreans really enjoy nature and they're really good about getting out and seeing everything that's outside. They really encourage living outside, enjoying activities. There's a lot of things to do that are free. Free is not something that we get to do a lot here. Everything you after you pay to go there, there's still the price of going, the price of admission. So there, they really encourage you just to go out and enjoy stuff for free. Also, because I love being near the water. I love being near the water. In Korea is 3/4 of the way all surrounded by water. So that really started my love of Korea. And as I watched all the different shows and they started showing so many of the different cities and the outdoor spaces, I was just like, oh my gosh, I really want to go there.
Yeah, I really wanted to go there because God told me to. That is it in a nutshell. Basically, it was just amazing. I just had this gut feeling when I started watching K dramas that, oh, hey, I'm going to Korea. Why am I going to Korea? I don't know. I just go where God leads me and met Lori, and we are going to go. I'm so thrilled. So, okay, question number 2. What are you going to do when you get there?
Probably cry first.
Okay, so we're both gonna blubber a little bit because this is an exciting.
I think it's just really been a dream. It's really exciting, but really, I want to. I've been watching so many walking videos of South Korea. I've been watching walking videos for years. I've watched the progression of back when I first started watching the videos on YouTube, and now when I'm watching the video, I mean they've come so far. But the Cheonggyecheon stream is my favorite by far. I cannot wait to physically be down there and to be walking that street. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
And Cheonggyecheon is in Seoul, so we will be going to Seoul and having fun in Seoul. I hope we'll be having fun in Seoul. I don't know.
We will be tired, but we will be having fun.
Very tired. After spending all day in an airport, we will be very, very tired. So who are you going with?
My friend Julie.
I'm going with Lori.
And I question, what's the first thing you're going to do when we land? What's the first thing you want to do?
Probably go pee in an airport bathroom that's not flying over an ocean, because I don't know. That's probably one of the things that I'll do first. And then it's like, once I get outside of the airport, I think that the reality of being in a foreign country will be like, we're not in America anymore. Yeah, we're not in America anymore.
I think also one of the things we're going to notice the most is we are not going to be hearing English spoken. I mean, yes, it is a second language. More people are learning it. You don't really need to know a whole lot of Korean, but we are definitely going to hear the rapid fire Korean, and we're going to know that we're in Korea.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun when we land there.
I'm so excited.
It better be fun because we're spending a lot of money, and
but it's a life journey, and I've been planning for a long time. So if you say since 2017 in November when I was on medical leave to this day, you know that it's been it's been a lot of 9 years this year. So depending on when we go and how we arrange the order of things, I mean, it is literally just going to be one of those life's bucket lists that I'm finally gonna see completed.
Okay, so name some things that you want to do while you're there.
Oh, my goodness.
Just a couple of things, the main things.
In Seoul Tower, I want to do that. It's the huge iconic tower in Seoul. It's so iconic. I mean, you can usually put it and everyone will know where you're at. Tell me you're in Seoul without telling me you're in Seoul, Korea. You know, just that in Seoul Tower.
And it's not the masks that are going to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully there won't be as many masks
Yeah.
there when we go. Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm excited about seeing is probably, well, besides people, which I'm a big people person, would probably be the bamboo forests.
Oh,
I
yes,
heard
yeah.
that is really one of the top things on my list, you know, or maybe the karaoke bars. I
Yeah.
don't know. Those two things
I'm
are
also
really
gonna
big.
say like K-drama
Mm.
photo places.
Yeah.
They are really big in their beloved K-dramas. If you tell someone, "Oh, I'm looking for where this was filmed," people will feel like la 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 la. They'll tell you exactly like, "Hey, this was filmed here. You can go
We
see
won't
there."
understand them.
They
when
actually
they say that.
do have on different like Klook and other Tracy tours. They actually have tours that take you to all these filming locations, and that is pretty exciting. But we're also going to be doing the Palace tour. We're going to be wearing our hanboks, which is traditional Korean clothing. We are so excited about doing a photo shoot at the palaces, like we're from Joseon times. I mean, of course, that's a big thing that people like to do, and we're really excited about doing that too.
Yes. So why are we making these videos anyway?
Because we have been met with a little bit of negativity as to for, oh my goodness, why there? There's so many
Yes.
places you could go. For one, Korea has been named like a very safe city for women, for single women. There are a lot of single young women who are teachers in Korea. So we know that it's very safe, but also be aware that some people do not like the amount of CCTV that goes on in Korea, which is also why they're a safe city. They live by their CCTV. They live by having you, they know when you're coming into the country, they know when you're leaving. They know your first destination, they know what your plans are, but we feel in our safety that we're okay with that. That we know that we're going to be safe. They also have where you can notify the U.S. Embassy that we're going to be there. They're going to know we're there also. Should we run into any difficulties, Korea will notify the U.S. Embassy if we need assistance. So there's kind of it's kind of, and for our family members who are really, you know, they're like, they just don't get the Korea thing, the Korea draw. But today, Korea has gotten, it's so different from when I first wanted to go. I mean, but now, if you think about it, we've gone through a whole, like all of the kids that were over there, they're now like adults and they know English and they're learning English and they're teaching their parents English. So only when we go outside of Seoul are we going to have any sense of, oh, somebody's not going to understand.
Yeah, we need to make friends with all the kids that are over there.
Yeah, and my only drawback is that I do have a hearing disability. But thank you to Julie. She can hear good, so I'm not so worried about that. I'm kind of prepared with pictures. I have been preparing a picture journal just to kind of like, if we feel that we're unable when we're outside of Seoul and we're into the countryside, or we've gone to an area where we think there might be troubles with English, we have a picture diary that we're willing to show people, and people, we can get them because they know their landmarks. They know where you want to go. They know the things that are popular, and the Koreans are so helpful. They want to help.
So
they will offer, and because we're older women, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, "Can we help you? Where do you need to go? Can we take you?" Can we? So we're pretty excited about the experience. It's going to be a wonderful experience.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. So how are we preparing to go?
How are we?
How are we preparing to go?
Well, we have been preparing because
How are we doing it?
Huh?
How?
We are watching videos. We are studying the map of Korea. We are understanding the hot areas. We're understanding their culture. We're understanding like they have different holidays and celebrations throughout the year. We're trying to be observant of that. We're trying to be mindful of the things that will be going on while we're there. We want to interact, but as Christians, we also want to be respectful in that regard also. But I think the amount of research that I've been doing. Walking videos. I look things up. I look up cities.
She is the planner, and I am not. So I'm the spontaneous. Let's just go do that. Let's go do that.
But I'm really trying to maximize the time that we're going to be there.
Right.
I feel like all of the research that I'm doing ahead of time, because I've had so long to prepare for this trip. I've had so long to save for this trip.
And I haven't. 2 years. Just 2 years have I known this, that I even knew about Korea. I mean, I've seen MASH. You know, that was my first introduction to Korea, was on MASH. And I was watching MASH the other day, and they said a word, and I'm like, oh, I recognize that word. I was so thrilled that I knew some Korean. So
yeah.
How many words do you think you know of Korea?
I know words. I like masida is to drink. Malhada is to talk. I know andao is to sit down. Seoda is to stand up. I know Kiku-san is clean. Torun is dirty. I know words. I know lots of words, but I know very few sentences. Like I know Hanguk Marul Chogam Hayo means that I can only speak a very little bit of Korean.
Wow.
I can say Atoke Chinaseo, which means hi, how are you? I can say Domaneo, see you later. I tried to keep everything. I can say Kamsamida means thank you. I can say Putakamida means please, but it's more of a formal please.
So you think you have a repertoire of maybe 300, 400 words?
No, probably not that many, but I can come up with some words where I don't plan to. Like I'll come up, that'll come back to me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I do know that word.
Yeah, but what is it?
Yeah, I can read Korean, but I don't always know what it says.
Right.
I can read it, but that doesn't mean I know what I'm looking
Exactly.
at.
That's my problem too. Is I can read it.
Yeah,
and
I'm learning how to read it.
The alphabet and what it says, but I don't know what I read. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I know. Really I know the word dog is K. I think it's K.
Yeah.
From my memory. But yeah, it could be crab, depending on which way.
But I know Toa Chusio, that means help, please. I know Kaka Chusio, discount, please. Yomi, say Auntie Imo, can I get a discount? Try to be fun, because they like for you to interact with them. So when I was first learning in Korean, they were really fun, and they wanted the interaction from you, and they want you to try to talk. They want to know. They always want to ask where you're from, and they always want to ask what your life is like where you're from. So it's like, for me, that part sometimes is kind of tough, but you're like, but you try to come up with the right words, and they're just so happy that you interact with them and that you're willing to try to be patient with them and talk. So that for me is that's what
we're hoping for, is that people will be willing to, that they are willing to interact with me.
Yeah.
They might think, what is this woman doing here? Send her back to the States, because she don't need to be here. So some of the things that I have been doing to prepare myself to go to Korea is, while I'm walking long distances, trying to walk a lot, which is really hard to do.
Oh yeah, the 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah, which we might exceed that several days from what our plans are. We might do a lot more walking.
Well, I don't know. I might get a break from all the bus rides.
Yeah, or taxis.
The bus rides.
Like, give me a taxi, please. I'm done.
That is definitely going to be our time where we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to wake up and walk.
We're going to be falling asleep in the taxi and end up somewhere we don't even know where. So, but are we going to go to North Korea? I've had so many people ask me, are you going to North Korea?
We are not.
No.
We are not going anywhere near. We're not going anywhere up there.
Not even the DMZ.
I know that the DMZ is a big draw. It is not for me.
No.
I know that probably the safest place we're going to be is going to be in South Korea, because they have been living in this way, and you literally faith over fear. They live right there. And they know that all they can do is get up and go live their lives every day, because they're probably in the safest place in the world. Yeah,
and if you're going to poop, you don't want to poop in your own yard. You want to go poop in somebody else's yard, So I don't think anything's going to happen.
I'm not. I have no reservations about that.
are we going to go see any bands like BTS or any other bands? Do you think?
Well,
Any K-pop?
at this point, I don't know. They did say that sometimes they do have some pop-up K-pop festivals, and they have some K-pop. But I have not. K-pop has kind of changed a little bit from when I first started listening, so I don't listen to K-pop as much as I used to. I'm really more about Korea and the outdoor space, and going to the mountains, and going to the cable cars, and going to the suspension bridges, and going to the islands. And
See, now I want to do all that, but I also want to see,
Yeah.
well, I would be thrilled if I could see my favorite group. I mean, really, and that is Cave or Coho. And then I also like Rain and a few other AM, 2 a.m., 2 p.m.
JYP,
stuff like that.
Rain, and
JYP.
some of the ones I like are probably not even.
They're not even the same ones that I
That's
like.
bad. That's bad.
Well, you introduced me to Rain.
Because the life of
Right.
K-pop people doesn't last very long. If they survive beyond 5 years, and there's very few groups that have made it. That's why BTS is still so enormously popular.
They're so
I
young,
just think
too.
there's too much. I actually feel bad for them. I feel so bad for them. I feel like those
Save
guys
your money up if
never
you're watching
are
this,
not
'cause you're
allowed
gonna
to
be
have a
young.
life.
Yeah.
But they do have a K-pop. It's like all of these up and coming bands. I don't know if it'll be going, but in Incheon they have an annual K-pop fest.
Oh.
So I was gonna see if maybe there's something like that. Then we can. But it's better to like go with another group rather than to go, because the traffic and getting there, that whole situation is so crazy.
Well, and I've seen a lot of videos where they just kind of pop up on the streets, and something happens, and it's like that would be exciting to go. To run into one of those just on the street, it would be like, thrilling for me to see that. So what kind of presents are you going to be bringing me? I mean, your family home?
I am planning to bring the name stamp.
The name
That
stamps.
is a big thing over there. They literally, all official documents are done with their stamp. They sign their name, but they not as much as they use that personalized stamp. I thought that would be a real Asian souvenir coming from Eastern Asia, like coming from those places where they use a stamp, and it's kind of like something right out of a K-drama. It's like a certified stamp. It's your name. It's your seal. So I thought that would just be really fun. We're really going to try to be really careful with our luggage. So we're wanting to make sure that anything we bring home is packable, nothing breakable, nothing. But mostly, I think most of everybody, they want to see the pictures. They want to see what my heart has just been wanting to do for the last 9 years. I have a lot of people that are just really excited for me, that they're actually, I don't know if it's because they want to hear me stop talking about South Korea, or because they literally finally just excited that I'm going to go. So it's pretty exciting. It's just it's been a dream. I didn't think it was going to happen. I've lost both my parents in the last couple of years. And I didn't think that it was going to happen, but then the Lord has given it back to me, and I feel very blessed, and I appreciate the opportunity.
She's so glad she met me, because
Yeah.
she wouldn't be going, I don't think. Or at least not with me. It might be.
Well, I know that my son didn't want me to go by myself, and like I said, after losing my mom and then my dad moving in with me, and deciding that I didn't think I was going to get to go, and then the Lord just, once I was willing to say, okay, I'm not going, then all of a sudden a friend tells me of a friend who wants to go, and I'm like, no, don't play with me, don't play with me. No, I'm serious. So I'm really, really, really very humble and grateful and blessed to have this opportunity, and we hope that everybody will follow along and enjoy the journey with us. And we look forward to sharing South Korea with everyone, and changing everybody's mind about traveling, and seeing just how beautiful it is, and how they really cherish their history and their country, and we're looking forward to sharing it all with you.
Yes, and I need to give a big shout out to my husband for letting me go. I say letting me go, but you know, we have that respect between us. And
Yeah.
if he said no, I would not be going if he was really uncomfortable. And he is uncomfortable because I'll be so far from home and he'll miss my cooking.
And I want to say also, I want to
don't
say
cook.
thank you to her husband too.
Yeah.
He does not realize how much I appreciate it.
And all my kids, I'm relying on all of my kids to be there for each other while I'm gone. You know. So,
And I'm thankful to my son for supporting this trip.
Yeah.
He's actually really happy. He's really ready for me. He's like, Mom, I'm just ready for you to go. Ready for you to take this trip so you can come back and tell me all about it. So
yeah, she's got
it's
an
really
awesome
exciting.
boy.
Yeah, really excited.
So, okay, well, this is going to wrap up our second video. We probably will wait a while before we film another one, but I just wanted to get that out there. And she's got one that she's going to post about a little bit about the trip more in details, and I'll be popping those in every once in a while, little short things. But this is just to let everybody know exactly what we're doing. Well,
And we may be posting things out of order. We may put stuff out there. We're not really sure about the order of our trip. We're really kind of just keeping it, but we are putting it into groupings, and we're putting it together and just kind of working around the map of South Korea. Gonna see what all we can get to in that
Yes.
time frame.
right.
So you may see it and you watch it. You may see pictures later out of order, or you know, we want to let everyone
We
know
want
that
to
we're
confuse you so you
Yeah.
don't know where we are. So you can't.
But we're super excited. I'm super excited. I'm
us
I'm
money.
a little emotional, but and blessed and grateful. So
Very emotional, but
thank you everyone for
All
your
right.
support.
So thank you guys. I just appreciate all this support, especially for whoever's watching this. I have no clue how I got over 500 views on this, but y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
And I almost have 50 people, so I can live stream. And that's just my family, because I think I have 49 kids. But thank you guys for
I want to say
everything.
Domaneo. See you
Domaneo?
later.
Thought it was
Uh-huh.
thought it was something else. Oh well. All right, we'll learn it. We'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Did it go off?